Hey traders, welcome back to another market update. Taking a look here at Euro USD, you can actually see that we did start to see a bounce here. We started to see price reject this previous low though. You can see where we found support previously, price basically retested that area and found some resistance so far. We'll see if we can get back down towards the lows. If we do, there might be a breakthrough and maybe even some downward trend continuation setups that could go along with it. So let's go ahead and take a look also at GBP USD. Which you can see did of course sell off very strongly recently, but it looks like price is potentially retesting some of these areas. I think we may even be seeing a retest of this structure right here, and from there we could even potentially go bearish to continue back down to the lows, and even further if we break through, there might be some setups just like Euro USD where you see the continuation or the breakout to the downside. USD JPY here strong this morning. You can see we broke through some of these resistance points, and as I mentioned, if price broke through this, I said I would probably be more likely to get bullish and to continue this move. So if price were to pull back here, I'd be really interested in looking to go long, potentially targeting here or even going a little bit higher for the Fibonacci extension. Depends kind of how the price action looks when price starts to pull back here, if we can get an opportunity to get in. XAU USD here really did catch a little bit of a bounce here. So we came down to these levels here, kind of this general area of support, right? And price ended up holding that area, right, and starting to see a bounce here. So we'll see if that can continue. I think the first stop is to see if price gets back to this trend line, and of course, how will it react? Will we see some sort of negative reaction off of this trend line? I think that's probably pretty good considering how strongly we sold off. There are probably people who are really interested in taking sell positions. So we'll see if that can happen. Next up is Euro GBP, which really tanked. We took a really nice steep fall here off of the highs, which is a much needed pullback in my opinion. I think there's plenty of room for potential more pullback. So we'll see if we can get something down to, something like this level. Might be a bigger pullback, but definitely something that is possible in the midst of everything that's happening. So USD Swiss is our next one, which is very bullish. You can see just like dollar yen, we did rise very strongly, finding some rejection here, and I think we're seeing some pullback. But again, mostly bullish here from me. I think that it's potential that we do see continuations, maybe back to a high point like this. Maybe in the next couple of weeks we see something make a move up to that point. So we'll see if that can play out. Next up is AUD CAD. You can see we did catch a bounce here. We saw some strength rush in, and so we'll see if that can continue. It looks like it's getting faded a little bit here towards the New York session, but we will see. I think that we've got some levels to think about in terms of resistance points or even targets. If you were long, if you caught some of this low, right, coming up to this point might be a decent point to look for a profit taking situation. Or if you're a short seller, you could look for potential shorts if they meet your criteria for sell, right? I actually like this for the 61.8. You can see it looks like a pretty nice sell setup right around that area. Could put stops relatively close and look for the continuation there of this overall AUD CAD trend. We'll see if that decides to get in. So AUD USD also, of course, catching a nice bounce. The Aussie pairs on a nice rise today. We came down here. We formed a nice little kind of big doji candle, and now we're seeing some continuation upwards, and I think that it should be interesting to see if we can get another couple days like this. We could start to see that move that we talked about back to a level of resistance like here. Guys, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you back next time.